Hello everyone, hope everybody is in a good mood today. Okay, I'm here to inform you all about 3 unique ways of generating flexible reports. I support investment management guidance group, and one of the constant changes that come in is the requirement of changing the report now and then. Now you would ask, why is this so important? In any organization, whether it is small, big or large, there is a constant change. The change can happen either from an internal or an external factors. Internal can be a merger or acquisition. External can be government related, or it can come from the customer, or it can come from the competitor as well. So what happens when the change comes in? The business user is the first one who gets affected. And what do? They pick up their phone and call the information technology department and say, guys, there is a change in the process. And you know what? There is a report is also getting changed. And by the way, I need this thing done today and right now. What do we do at our group? We get along, we brainstorm, come up with an idea, go and come up with a longer term solution. But wait a minute, what about the business users? They cannot wait for the longer term approach to come into place. They have stuff to do, they have stuff to produce and generate. So they end up doing manual work, even though for a shorter time. What does that lead to? It leads to risk, and it leads to unforeseen risk which the organization can face. So let me walk you through how we can avoid these risks. Okay. The first aspect or the feature of this report is flexibility. Aspos is one of the tools that can be used for generating a report right out of Microsoft Word. Now you all will agree that Microsoft Word is a most widely used tool in business communication across all the organization. What if we can use that word and use that to generate a report, whether it is a PDF, whether it's an HTML or an image? Wouldn't that be great? So, we talked about flexibility, and it has actually allowed the business user to elevate from the manual approach. He can go ahead and easily change the report's look and feel, and the report comes out very nicely. Now we looked about the flexibility. Let's move on to the next feature, which is reusability. Now let's think about the analyst, who is a user. Analyst breathes day in and day out data. Data is a foundation for him. If you imagine this as the data and this as a foundation, what if there is no data? The foundation itself falls down. You cannot build anything about it. And that, my friend, leads to risk. How can we avoid this risk? By using mathematical models. We use crystal reports over here. The analyst goes and can create mathematical model very easily. You can think of this mathematical model as brewing a coffee. You know what kind of coffee you want, you know the milk and you know the sugar. You just use it and make a perfect blend. Similarly, the analyst goes in and he knows the formula to use. He knows his exception condition, he knows his boundary conditions, and he mixes all together, and voila, you get a perfectly made mathematical model. And out of it, you generate a report. It's that simple. Now, one mathematical model can be reused multiple times. This is a similar way how a car manufacturer uses one engine, say V2, V4, or different kinds of 2-stroke or 4-stroke engine, and can generate a fleet of vehicles. Similarly, the same mathematical model over here can be used to generate multiple kinds of reports. And this has allowed us to create reusability. We saw about reusability. Let's move on to accessibility. So, let's see about some of the users who are at the field itself. There are few users, like benefits online users, or the people who are facing the client now and then. They are pursuing sales lead. They have to go to the customer and they have to understand their needs. The customers are very curious. You cannot go with them with predefined reports. You have to have accessibility. Here, user can go and easily get the information from the customer right at their forefront, and can give all the information using any of their choosable devices. So this accessibility allows the user to know what kind of report he wants. It suits to their needs. What happens by this? This allows the user to buy in more products. He is able to forecast more. He is able to get a clear picture of the future, where the future is headed to. For the user, he is able to strike a conversational tone, which is a great boon. So, my friend, what all we learned today? Let me iterate. We saw how the report is flexible by using the templates approach. Next, we also saw how it is reusable by using the mathematical models. Lastly, we saw the accessibility aspect of it. Before concluding, I would like to put food for thought for you. I had interviewed Sujit Banerjee, who is a quant analyst at the investment and management guidance team. He spends 3 full days in generating the report. By using this approach, we are able to save 3 days in a month. That means 1 whole month can be saved for the whole financial year. And that is really exciting for me. Thank you for listening in. Since we have some more time, I can open the stage for Q&A. Thanks.